tarot card reading for January 2017. And this is Manu Tarot. Remember, this is a general reading for worldwide events. Okay? So the purpose is depicting more or less what are the tendencies that we're going to see. We have here Elewa, we have the outcast, and we had Oshun, all of them upside down. So it's letting us know that there are going to be decisions that are going to be made or taken by politicians that are going to bring stagnation, if you want to call it like that. That is going to bring financial or economic problems, or financial economic unstable situations. That's technically what the tarot cards are saying, and they came down like that. Then we have here the Ten of Wands, Sun Sagittarius, and then we have here the King of Swords, Aquarius crown. And remember that Sagittarius is house number 9, is related with traveling and loss. Therefore, we have here the King of Swords, Aquarius crown, Uranus, Saturn. So we could be talking about laws that are very, very restrictive, or we could be talking about regiments, about politicians that they are very rigid and strict in the way they govern. And then we have Uranus here, that is talking about revolutions, upheavals, coup d'etat, civil wars, along that line. So we're going to start seeing people rising up, marching, protesting against any kind of law that they see that is repressive or oppressive or limiting in nature. Okay? That's what we're going to see during the month of January. Another thing that we're going to see is that you have to remember that Saturn is the planet that likes to, we could say that way, to put limitations or obstacles as well. Therefore, and we're talking about traveling, and then Uranus that likes to be free. Therefore, we could start talking about refugees. So expect a new wave of refugees during this month of January 2017. That's technically what we are saying here. Now, for the first week of January, the first week, the second week, the third and fourth week, we're on the rest of the reading. We have here the first week is characterized by temperance. And then next week we have the sun. So what we're talking about is protectionism. There's going to be laws around the world, in different countries, that are going to be protectionist by nature. So we're talking about currency wars. I didn't mention that in Spanish, but we're talking about also currency wars, protectionism. Any law that is going to be passed in many countries are going to be protectionist in nature. We have to wait till January 20th in the United States to see what is going to happen. But I'm telling you, from now on, the tendency is going to be protectionism. And it's going to create a lot of problem, stagnation, deflation, recession, and perhaps depression. So we have to pay attention how everything plays out. But for now, that's what the tarot cards are saying. By the second week of January, what we have is from the 8th to the 16th, we have more of the same. That's technically what it's saying. If you have been paying attention what is happening financially, economically, laws that have been enacted, actions taken, monetary policies, fiscal policies that have been taken by governments, what the tarot are saying is that expect more of the same. Nothing is going to change. In other words, they're going to keep using the same tools that created the problem to solve the problem. That's technically what I'm trying to say. Nothing new there. And if you like to follow what is going around the world financially, economically, and politically, you will understand what I mean. Then here, by the third week of January, we have the seven of staff. And the seventh staff is when you take a deep breath and relax and let your guards off. That could be for many reasons. Okay, that could be for many reasons. But something that I forgot to mention on the in Spanish version is that when we look right next to it, we have the two of staff. And this person has accomplished many things. But now it's like, I'm tired. So again, we could be talking about laws that are going to be very, very, very flexible. Laws that are going to give a lot of power, in this case to companies. There are laws that are going to give a lot of power to a very small group of people. Technically, that's what the tarot cards are saying. Okay? So we have to start seeing how everything goes on, because that's the third week of January. By the last week of January, it's December, that's why. We have the beast in an upside down, the strength in an upside down position, and everything breaks loose, meaning hell breaks loose. Everything goes crazy for many nations. So expect the markets to start shaking, shivering, before the news of the performance of Christmas, from Black Friday in the United States, from Black Friday till Christmas time. So we're going to start seeing that the markets are going to be on the low. They're not going to be bullish, they're going to be bearish in nature. So expect a lot of indices to be on the low. Okay? The bonds, all this kind of stuff, they're going to be low. The markets expect to be low. All the indices, the manufacturing index expect to be low. The inventory index expect to be on the negative territory. It's not going to, in other words, it's not going to be a positive outlook. That's what I'm trying to say. And then we have here these two cards that are right next to the strength. And what it's saying is that there's going to be a lot of opportunities that are going to be looked over. Opportunities to create stability that are going to be missed. Okay? There's nothing that is going to take advantage. So we have to consider what is going to happen. But considering, in this case, January 20th, when the new president walks in, we have to take attention. We have to pay attention to what is going to happen. We have to pay attention, because what the tarot cards are saying is that January, the markets are going to react on a negative way. The laws that are going to start being enacted are going to affect and impact the financial world in a negative sense. It depends how you look at it. Okay? And that's what we have so far. We have to pay attention to Eastern Europe, specifically to countries that end on on the word tan, like Kazakhstan, etc. Even Pakistan. Anything that ends on tan is going to be the main focus for the tarot card reading, for some things that I'm talking about here. We have to pay attention to Brazil, China, and Mexico. We have to pay attention to those countries, because there's going to be laws that are going to be protectionist by nature. We have to pay attention to it. Okay? And don't be surprised with Japan as well. There's going to be a lot of protectionism going on. Then we have here the Five of Swords and the King of Swords. And what we have here is a government that is going to be replaced. Okay? And this kind of government is a government that is more intellectual. So I will have to be inclined that a government that is more socialist in nature is going to be replaced, is going to be eliminated. Now, in other words, is leftist governments are going to be replaced by right-wing government. That's technically what I'm saying. So if you live in a country where the government is leftist, be prepared. The one that is going to win, if the elections are now in January, is going to be a right-wing government, or a government that has more conservative tendencies. Does it make sense? I hope so. Okay, and that's more or less what I have for January 2017.